Hi people, today I'm bringing to you Letters to the Lost by Brigid Kemmerer. I don't know if I'm going to be very coherent while doing the review of this book, because this book has spoken to me in a way that's so rendering or whatever. We have these two main characters. They alternate the narration of the book. It's written in first person, and we have Juliet and Declan. Both of them have lost somebody, and both of them are just dealing with grief, with pain, with rage. And the thing is that Juliet lost her mother in a traffic accident, and she has been going to the cemetery and she has been leaving letters to her there. And Declan, it's a boy who did something stupid. He has lost someone too, you will see who and why and how. And he is doing community service in the cemetery because he stole a car and did something very stupid. And he sees one of the letters and he decides to answer to it because in some way it speaks to him, because he knows what is this pain of loss, this anger and all of that. And it begins like exchanging letters, and soon they moved to emails and they began talking. And it's like that thing that sometimes it's easier to be completely honest or to be completely transparent with a stranger than it is that to speak with familiars or friends or whatever. And they began to disclose their inner fears. They began to talk about why they really feel, and it's like this instant connection because both of them have been broken by the wall, and both of them know what it's pain, what it's guilt, self-hatred. And so there's this instant connection in which both of them feels like that, like the other person understands them in a deeper level. And this is amazing. Some of the letters that are written in the book had touched so many parts of myself that I was like, I know exactly what this is. There's so many things to love about this book. It's amazing. I love the idea that they write to each other without knowing their real identities, because they use like Declan uses the dark and Juliet uses cemetery girl, and they talk to each other and they don't know that they know each other in real life, and they kind of not hate each other but they don't like each other in real life. And I love how these like parallel lives, if you want to say it in this way, I love how these two parts of their lives, the real one and the one they use in the emails, I love how they began finding each other and and working from there. This book has so many things that I love. I love the relationship between the two main characters because it's no insta love, it's no easy way around. It's like a very rocky relationship between two people that come from different worlds, different experiences, and they are united by loss and grief. And I love how the author bridges these two parallels, this email relationship with the real life one, and I love how she begins implanting one with the other and how they mesh together. I have been completely in love with the characters and how they evolve and how they grow. I mean, it's amazing. And also I love Rep. Rep is a secondary character and I love him so much, and I'm so happy to see that the second book, that's called More Than We Can Tell, it's about him because he is such a powerful character with such a tragic story too, that I really want to read that book too. In a way, I felt like this book spoke to me volumes, because there's lots of things that happen in this book that I had kind of a rocky relationship with, and I love how these characters talk about loss, talk about grieving, talk about rage, about thinking that they could have changed things that obviously they couldn't, but they find in themselves to think that they could have. I love how this book talks about so many things, also about like predisposition. We have Declan. Declan, it's like the guy who everyone gives a white bird. No one wants to go with him because he has been to jail and he has like the past, and there's a moment in the book in which he says that people like him, the rest of the people abuse them, and it's like, it's okay, society says nothing because it's okay, because they're like pariahs. and that's not nice, that's not good. And he makes you reflect about everyone is judging me for something I did wrong, but no one cares to see how I am today. You know, the book says more than once that okay, that day was terrible, but it was one day. You have 364 you know, to change everything. So you know, it's amazing. I love this book so much. I mean, I'm trying to be coherent making the review here, but I don't know if I am. The thing is that this book spoke to me in a way that it was amazing. I don't know, words are failing me to describe how much this book means to me. If you're a person that has lost somebody, if you're a person that have struggled with self-hatred or guilt, you are a person with a past that maybe is dark and you feel like you have to keep on being quiet, if you are a person that has had to pretend as a kid that everything was right because your mother, your father did things that you had to keep quiet and don't tell anyone, this book is for you. I mean, really, it's an amazing book. There were times in which this book has sucker punched me. There were parts, as you can see, I have marked them, that literally spoke to me. It was like, okay, I know what you mean, I know how you feel. And I think that to have a book that speaks to you so strongly and so directly, it's amazing. And the only thing I can do is to thank Brigid for writing these kinds of books, because I don't know, because I needed to read this book. I needed to see myself maybe through other lenses. I needed this representation. I needed this book. Thank you. Bye.